Another way in which a covered entity can share PHI for research is when it is a limited data set combined with a written data use agreement. A limited data set refers to PHI that excludes 16 categories of direct identifiers and may be used or disclosed for purposes of research, public health, or healthcare operations without obtaining either an individual's authorization or a waiver or an alteration of authorization for its use and disclosure with a data use agreement. A data use agreement is a written agreement into which the covered entity enters with the intended recipient of a limited data set that establishes the ways in which the information in the limited data set may be used and how it will be protected. Using a limited data set requires a written data use agreement. In order for it to be considered a limited data set, an additional level of detail as it relates to geographic information and dates is allowed, but the rest of the identifiers must still be removed. More specifically, geographic information such as city and zip code may be included, but street address cannot. Dates such as date of birth, date of death, admission and discharge dates, and ages of individuals can be used. If any of the other 18 identifiers detailed in the de-identification module are used, it will not be considered a limited data set. But remember, if a limited data set is how you are allowed to access and use the PHI, you must have a data use agreement in place. You have reached the end of this submodule. This training does not go into detail about what is required in a data use agreement, but if you have questions about that or about anything in this submodule, contact the Chief Privacy Officer at privacy@uvm.edu.